Welcome in. Oh man, am I excited. XRP Stu, welcome in. Crypto Bob, good afternoon or good evening. Kiana, Mo, and I've got my 10-year-old daughter, stepdaughter's umbrella because it's raining out here. But I'm excited because I can't be inside right now because we're going to have a victory smoke and a little bit of a cannabis. And I can't do that inside, but for everybody tuning in, please make sure to hit that like button. We've been waiting a long time for this. And I knew something was going on, but I didn't take a look at the news. But I did an update about not too long ago about a volume surge in XRP. It was up over 8 million in a 30-minute time frame. I'm like, what the hell is going on? And we talked about it. We needed a catalyst or some kind of volume surge to stop that downward momentum. And it seems to have happened right now. XRP's put in, as we can see, a beautiful reversal. We've had beautiful volume coming in. And this is on Bitstamp 1.92 and then 2.94. If we go to Binance, we went from 8.09 to 9.46. So we've increased in volume. But the breaking news here is, ladies and gentlemen, and please make sure to hit that like button. Is it surprising the price isn't moving? No. It is not surprising. You've had a huge spike in volume. You need to break the levels now. You need to break things. Just let this play out over the next 24 hours and see the way it truly plays. Everybody who went short thinking that we're on the final leg down is in some trouble now. That's why I said you take this as the accumulation phase because you don't know what's going to happen. So let's start out here. In landmark SEC surrender, Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse and Executive Chairman Chris Larsen are cleared of all baseless allegations. Today's decision is another victory for Ripple after 3 years of misguided SEC scrutiny. So the leader in enterprise blockchain and crypto solutions announced today that the CEO Brad Garlinghouse and Executive Chair Chris Larsen were cleared of all claims brought against them by the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC. The SEC voted to dismiss charges with prejudice, a stunning capitulation by the government. This victory is the third consecutive triumph for Garlinghouse, Larsen, and Ripple, coming on the heels of the July 2023 ruling that declared XRP is not in and of itself a security, and a subsequent October decision to deny the SEC's request for an interlocutory appeal. For nearly 3 years, Chris and I have been the subject of baseless allegations from a rogue regulator with a political agenda, said Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse. Instead of looking for the criminals stealing customer funds on offshore exchanges that were courting political favors, the SEC went after the good guys along with our entire company of innovators and entrepreneurs who are building a regulated business based in the U.S. We look forward to the day this chapter is closed once and for all, now that the SEC has dropped the curtain on their absurd theatrics against Chris and me. On December 22nd, 2020, days before Christmas, and as the then SEC leadership was walking out the revolving door to take lucrative jobs in the private sector, the SEC filed a civil case against Ripple and two of its executives, as we know. So I want to go a little bit more into this now, not from the old side of this. So if you're just tuning in, please make sure to hit that like button. It will greatly help push this through the analytics. It'll help more people within our own community that want to see what's going on be able to see this as the news is breaking. And this is hot off the presses, ladies and gentlemen. Please hit that like button. Only 29 likes and 90 viewers. Hit that like button. It will help push this through the analytics, and share this on social media. I suppose if you don't want to hit the like button, you can always join Tom's Army as a way to support me, or send a YouTube super chat. But this is one of the most important ones you can share. And don't be discouraged by price. Right now it's had a massive reversal. We've had about 17 million in volume in the last hour on Binance. That's a massive reversal. We've now come over the bear flag setup where we needed to be over 494. We've come back over the top flag where we needed to break out of the bull flag at 50 cents. The bull flag side. Now we need to push up over, and we need to do it in segments. First is 524. And then the next layer after that is around 54 cents. Once you clear that, then we can go by layer. Then we'll have to break the rising channel resistance at 62.5 cents. And after that, the pattern formation at 85.5 cents. So we have a lot of layers to break. First layer is to break that 50 cents, which we did. And to get back over from the bear flag to the bull flag side. And then get on top of that to try to push up. So This is just the beginning. Give it to the end of the next week. Yeah, exactly. This is absolutely the beginning. And right now, you're going to have consolidation on pricing, everybody. We need to see how far this pushes. Bitcoin's up 1.19%. The dominance is up over 52.2 now. But as far as XRP goes, we know the levels. We came up. Now we've got to start holding this buy level. It's already a fantastic close today, which it's going to go under the radar. But remember, the daily close hasn't happened today. And we'll continue getting into the breaking news. But right now, our next layer, as we can see, we've had a reversal. We've had a reversal of fortunes here now with this news. We've had a huge catalyst. And now we've had golden crosses here. I know we've had it in the 15, probably the 30 minute now. Absolutely in the 30 minutes. So we're reversing very quickly. So for anybody who's disappointed, I mean, look how quickly we've reversed since this news. Some people are saying, aren't you surprised it hasn't gone up more? We had an over 9% reversal in a matter of boom. And we're on a bearish trend here, a very bearish trend. This is an accumulation phase for a reason. I was not willing to sell. So we need to get over this. What happened, O. Johnson? Mario, welcome in. Gary Gensler, I've quit. Yes, indeed. Omar, to the moon. Tom says, pounded that like button. Thank you so much. We've had 47 people only hit that like button out of 105. I know you guys can do better than that. I know you can do better than that. I give you this content all the time for free. I know you can do better than that for me so that we can push to our audience base. We have an audience of just over 18,600. So I'd like to reach everybody in this update when it gets, released. What happened? We've had the SEC drops claims against 2 Ripple Labs executives. Basically, XRP Ripple has won the lawsuit. Brad Garlinghouse and Christian A. Larson, that's been dismissed. There will be no trial in April. They ceased that. They've reversed course now. The SEC in a stunning vote voted to dismiss this. So U.S. SEC drops claims against 2 Ripple Labs executives. October 19th from Reuters, the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission dropped claims against 2 Ripple Labs executives in its lawsuit alleging the blockchain company violated U.S. securities laws, according to a court filing in New York on Thursday. This is real. This is real. The agency said in court papers it is dropping claims that Ripple chief executive Brad Garlinghouse and co-founder Chris Larson's aided and embedded sales of cryptocurrency, XRP, which a judge has found amounted to an unregistered sales of securities. Yes, this is for real. This is no more bullshit. I know there's been a lot of BS put out, and I'm very hesitant to talk about it because a lot of it's FUD. But I waited for multiple sources here. Countless sources. There's nothing left in the case now. This was the only thing holding the case. So, in essence, XRP's won the case. Ripple's beat the SEC. They've acknowledged now they have no case. This was their final stronghold. And I believe by Brad Garlinghouse hiring, like I said last week or 2 weeks ago, the assistant district attorney, or the former assistant district attorney from Southern District of New York, I believe that was the tipping point when the government was like, uh-oh, the SEC knew that they had them by the balls now, and they knew there was going to be no settlement. They were going to go to trial, or it was going to be an outright dismissal. And that's what's happened. That means institutions in time now will be able to give the green light to come in. We just need to get the final, sign, cross the I's and dot the T's here in the next day or two. And we'll see the official document to see exactly what's in it. But yeah, now the IPO, the Ripple IPO is going to be a go. There won't be anything standing between it. So, as we know, in December of 2020, they filed the lawsuit, yada, yada, yada. So, and then if you just go through, just so you can see the sources, I can try to find videos now. SEC dropped charges against Ripple CEO Garlinghouse Chairman Larson's. So, and you've got a whole slew of things coming out now. So this is just a matter of time now before we see the official. Let's see on YouTube if maybe any main sources, if we can see maybe. We're gonna get a lot of nonsense, as we know. Look at all the stuff from months ago, and that's the problem. I would like to see it from somebody who's not just covering XRP. That's okay. We won't see any real videos yet. But that's what's going on, ladies and gentlemen. So if you're tuning in, the SEC has dropped the case against Brad Garlinghouse and Christian A. Larson's. So this is huge. Let me go to, I'm going to go to, because we're doing this on the fly right now. I'm going to go over to X, formerly known as Twitter, and we're going to go to the Ripple. We're going to go to the Ripple page and see if they put anything on. I wonder, I'm sure somebody's had to have talked about this. Like Brad Garlinghouse, somebody. I know that we've read a quote from him. All right, here we go. Guys, here we go. So you asked me if it's official. So right from Brad Garlinghouse himself, from his verified X account. So Brad Garlinghouse, today was an even better day from 50 minutes ago. Ripple 3, SEC 0. In all seriousness, Chris and I, in a case involving no claims of fraud or misrepresentations, were targeted by the SEC in a ruthless attempt to personally ruin us and the company so many have worked hard to build for over a decade. The SEC repeatedly kept its eye off the ball while secretly meeting with the likes of SBF, failing again and again to protect U.S. consumers and businesses. How many millions of taxpayers' dollars were wasted? Feels good to finally be vindicated. Stuart Alderodi said the SEC made a... Actually, let's finish what Brad Garlinghouse said and we'll go across. Brad Garlinghouse also said, it goes without saying, but I truly work with the best lawyers in the business, including but not limited to Stephen Alderodi, Deborah McCrimmon from Ripple, and yada, 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 thanks to their leadership. So let's go into what Stuart Alderodi said. I'm sorry, I'm very excited. I've been waiting a long time for this. Since 2021. Well, late 2020, but since I started on YouTube in 2021. So now, remember, third quarter of 23 was the first chance we had of this happening. Didn't I say that in the beginning of 21? First chance would be third quarter or the end of 23, around September. You couldn't get any closer to what I said. The SEC made a serious mistake going after Brad and Chris personally, and now they've capitulated, dismissing all charges against our executives. This is not a settlement. This is a surrender by the SEC. So guys, that's why I keep saying it's a dismissal. There's no settlement here. They've literally surrendered. The SEC waved the... See this? They've waved the flag, ladies and gentlemen. They've waved the flag. So if you're a fan of XRP, this could keep you from getting that sub 20 cents. This could very well keep you from buying in at that 38 cent even. This could end up turning into a capitulation style event if institutions start to buy in now. Hasn't there been a lot of FUD recently about XRP going to zero, about why it shouldn't be bought, about all the reasons why the technology is garbage? And what did I say? When this kind of stuff happens, something big's in the works. And right before all this news came out, you can look, I did an update about the volume spiking. And then all the news started circulating as my update was released. I didn't even know. I just seen that there was an anomaly on the charts, so I knew something was happening. And I reported as such, and now we know why. So let's read this, ladies and gentlemen. Stipulation of voluntary dismissal. It is hereby stipulated and agreed by and between all the parties and or their respective counsels that the above captioned action is voluntarily dismissed with prejudice against the defendants, Bradley Garlinghouse, Christian A. Larson's, and without cost pursuant to Rule 41A, yada, 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 of the Federal Rules of Civil Procedure. Document filed by Securities and Exchange Commission. Proposed document to be reviewed and processed by clerk's office staff. No action required by chambers. Attachment 1, stipulation of voluntary dismissal. Partial as to aiding and abetting institutional sales claims only. Guys, voluntary dismissal partial as to aiding and abetting institutional sales claims only. So on the institutional side, does this not lead credence to the fact that they should be able to put their hat? Institution should be back in the game now. So this basically amends that part of the case. This is a huge surrender here. This is a massive surrender. A massive surrender as well in likes, ladies and gentlemen. We can do better than this. 143 people watching, only 77 likes. I believe the fact that I do this on point, and I do this even in the middle of a rainstorm, and I do this all the time deserves the likes, ladies and gentlemen. I don't charge for any of my content. If you're new here, there is no paid promotions, advertisements, or sponsorships. You might have to watch a YouTube ad, but that's how they advertise my channel. And I don't have any paywalls. If you want to join Tom's Army to show support instead of hitting the like button, you are always welcome to do that, but we're coming here to debrief all of this. Make sure to hit that like button. You can only hit it one time, but you can join Tom's Army as well. Pay it forward. If you want to pay it forward for the time I put in, you don't think I get enough, you can always send a YouTube super chat. But really, if you don't want to use any personal funds, just hit that like button. I say it, oh wow, 105 likes. All right, we're getting the message today. But I always tell people, the reason I come here day after day after day is I know not everybody's going to be here day after day, but when something happens, you're going to know you can come here to get the trusted news. I'm not going to BS you. Now let's see what Jeremy Hogan said. The lawsuit against the individual defendants hurt the SEC in discovery and a host of other legal issues, and it was all for naught. Big mistake. So a lot of people are now coming out, and you're seeing this. Everybody's coming out now. So we've seen a lot of everybody else. So who's another one that we at least like to watch? Somebody who's always out here for XRP. We will go to Crypto Law. Actually, you know what? I need to do Johnny Deaton because he does it different. I forgot. He has his podcast on Crypto Law. Whoops. So I like to see what everybody's saying. They all play their part to get us the news. I like Johnny Deaton, despite what everybody thinks I think. I actually like him. The only reason... So we can address it, yada, yada, yada. So I've said from day one. So he said that, but I want to see what he's saying. Here's the thread explaining the mistake Clayton made. We remember that. So he's basically going back in time. So Crypto Law will be on tonight, I believe at 6 p.m. Maybe a little bit later. Maybe it's a little bit later. But that's the news, ladies and gentlemen. That's the news. They do want Ethereum Gate under the rug. That is absolutely the truth. Mo, thank you for that. Yes, you're duck hunting in weather in Michigan. Yeah, it is duck hunting weather. So now we say, well, what's the correlation with price? Well, we've obviously had an immediate reaction here. Yes, it hasn't gone up no 700% or 100% or 50% or even 20%, not even 10. But what you're having is the first step of a reversal. You can't do anything until you break that pivot point of 524, but layer it in here appropriately. You're going to need to do it by level, and that's the best way I can put it. Nothing happens immediately as far as 1,000,000,000%, but you do it by level. Now, if we can hold 50 cents, you start pushing up by level. Then you've got that 54-cent area. Then you can get up to 62.5. Ultimately, ladies and gentlemen, if you're asking me how we know if this is going to pay off, we need to break this huge formation, and we need to get out of this section. First area is to get past this 54 cents, then ultimately try to push out of that 85 cents and start anew. Right now, yes, nothing's really happening, but is it not possible that this set up a huge inverted head and shoulders here, left arm actually way down here, and it was just an inverted left arm now, right here, huge inverted left arm head, came down to a right shoulder, now pushed out. If that's the case, we're going to be seeing a retest here soon of 62.5 cents. That's why we always talk about this. We always talk in the sense, sorry, in the sense of, you know, we're in the accumulation phase and it only takes a little bit of news to change the thinking here. What's happening now? Is this an all-out reversal, or is this just, you know, a little bit of people getting excited over the news? I think there's been a lot of built-up capitulation here with XRP in the last couple years. If this reaches properly, once we see the official document, it's over. Right now, you're waiting for the I's to be, or the I's to be dotted and the T's to be crossed. That's what we're waiting for. We're waiting for the clerk. We're waiting for everything to reach its final place. I'm telling you, it doesn't necessarily mean it has to be start of anything. We have to break past certain levels first. That 524 is critical. If we don't break 524 and then 538, this could just be a you know, a relief rally, but you got to look at it as something more. This is the kind of news everybody's been waiting for. Sure, there's a lot of people hesitant to buy in right now, but if you were looking for a reason to trade XRP from the sidelines, a lot of people waited. I'm telling you, a lot of people waited. That doesn't mean we can't go down still to the 2020 uptrend, but this just means it's going to make it that much harder to get down there. I don't think it's any surprise the last few days that Bitcoin has done what it's done. It almost circumvented and front-ran this. It almost front-ran the news. Now, why else would Bitcoin front-run the news? It's almost as if somebody in the deep, in the know, knew this was coming yesterday or the day before when Bitcoin ran. And they tried to get it on the right side of town. So, and look, I probably look like the biggest dope right now outside. I don't care. You know, I got kids in the house, so I couldn't relax with you guys, and I wanted to relax because it's a celebratory cannabis. But what do we think? Do we think something big is starting with the total crypto market cap of XRP? Where it's hunting for the 28 billion. Once again, we came right up to that huge resistance again. Massive resistance. And we've also trended back below where we want to be. So this looks like it could be the start of something, but this isn't the most bullish of candles in this 30-minute. The market cap's back below 27.2 or 27.3, I should say. And don't be tricked. Don't be selling just because we didn't have a 200% spike when the news announced. I'm telling you, you're going to get that under the agenda right now. It's all about emotion right now. You approach this as the accumulation phase. As a community, if you've been watching me since 2021, which not many of you probably have been, I only had about 1,500 followers when I sold out. But now we just went over 18,600 today. And now, as an audience, we have a 34.6 cent average, roughly. So, no, wait a minute. I've been saying 35.5 cents. It's below 35, but that's what I've been saying. We know what it is if you've been watching. 35 cents. We'll just say 35 cents. It's 34.6. But now I've been saying it's the accumulation phase. I'm not willing to sell because I want to see how this plays out. And I won't sell until the next bull market and plus. I'd rather not be on the 35% side of town on the capital gains, and I'd rather sell it outside of a year if I'm going to sell. But furthermore than that, I'm not buying XRP for nominal gains. I'm buying it to be used as a new form of currency and or money in the new world. And it's already starting. It's being accepted more and more day by day. So I've got money for that. I've got currency if I've got to buy stuff in, you know, today's world. But I'm trying to build for tomorrow. And everybody, welcome it. I'm so proud of you for tuning in. 150 people watching. I knew our audience base was still here, but sometimes it gets boring. I'll be honest. Sometimes it gets a little repetitive. But that's why I tell you, you got to be here day after day. And we've had a consistent 50 to 75 people in the lives, even during this huge bearish drop, which is incredible. Incredible. Tanya, welcome in, my birthday sister. We share the same birthday on December 17th. Yes, please give me a like, as some have said. But we're doing a much better job. 153 people in here, 129 likes. That helps us push through the algorithm. So now if you're just tuning in, the breaking news is that, as you can see, XRP spiked as much as 6% Thursday afternoon after the SEC dropped charges against Ripple Labs, CEO Bradley Garlinghouse, and Chairman Chris Larson's. So that's what's going on. And here's from Bloomberg. SEC asked judge to dismiss charges against Ripple co-founder and CEO. And obviously it won't let me read this because I want you to pay for it. But just so you can see, Bloomberg was saying that. Yeah, that's about it. That's about it, ladies and gentlemen. That's about all I got here. If you got anything to add, please add it. I would like to release this so everybody can see it. It is raining out here, but if you got anything else you want me to cover, please let me know. I'm still relaxing. We're not leaving yet. I'm going to see if I can find any videos. I wanted to see if anything would come up in video, but I don't know. I would have liked to have seen like a news article or somebody just saying something, but you know, on the regular channels, you probably won't get a lot of people, honestly, that'll talk about this. Yeah, see, Bloomberg's not even putting anything about this. Bye, Mimi. Drive safe. Yeah, I don't see anything about Bloomberg putting this on here. We got airline stocks. Nope. Nothing that I can see. Yeah, so you're not even getting any mainstream coverage on this right now at all. But now we're looking. The best close here would just be to stay over that. The first layer close here would be 504. To get over a pivot level at 524 before the daily close would be incredible. But we're just looking to stay over the 50-cent mark on the daily close here and stay over the pattern formation. That's it. We're just trying to stay on a breakout path. So now we're just trying to stay over this 50 cents to try to push up and out now to that 53.8. And then ultimately, if we can break this bear flag structure, which we know it's got a bull flag disguised within that we're breaking out of right now. Now, if we can break out of this, our next layer, we're going to come all the way up to 62.5 cents if we can break the 54. That's just how it's going to go. And then you'd have a chance if you get on top of 62.5 to invalidate that death cross in the daily. Remember what we will continue saying. Yes, there's a death cross in the daily, but what has not been invalidated, but it's converged now. That weekly golden cross has not been invalidated yet. It's converging, but if we can get back over 52.5 before Sunday and start breaking out, we will not invalidate this. Even where it's at now, it won't be invalidated with the close where it's at. You close over 50 cents, it's still valid. And now would be the time to get a parabolic spike with this news. If it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen in the near future. Remember. Oh, Bloomberg just showed it on TV now? Excellent. Excellent. Thank you for chiming in with that. I greatly appreciate that. I greatly appreciate that. It is a great day for XRP indeed. So guys and gals, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Please hit that like button. If you do appreciate my work, consider subscribing to Tom's Army. It really is a great way to pay it forward or send a YouTube super chat for my time. But I do appreciate the ones in Tom's Army who are paying it forward. But those likes help more than anybody knows. If you're looking to trade XRP while this news is breaking, video description below. MEXC for worldwide users. FEMX for the ones in the USA. So we'll report more on this a little bit later. I've covered every source I can now. We've went through everything I can think of. And we know it's happening. We know this is what's happening. I'm XRP Future Millionaire. I thank you all for blessing me with the ability to bring you the news each and every day. If there's anything else I can help you with, speak now or forever hold your peace. Yep, I've got it from Reuters and all of them. I was looking for a video that we could play, but I don't see any videos. But I've got Reuters, I've got all these, we know these sources. Fortune, Cointeller, but we've already seen Brad Garlinghouse and all that. So I'm going to release this so everybody can see it. I'm XRP Future Millionaire. Have a blessed day, everybody. I can't thank you enough for tuning in during this incredible news. And if you're just joining, the SEC has surrendered. They've surrendered. They made a huge mistake going after Brad Garlinghouse and Christian A. Larson's, and they surrendered. I'm not selling. I don't know why anybody would sell today, Sean. That's a good question. That is a good question. I'm not selling. If I didn't sell before today, there's certainly no way I'm selling today. So, here, let's relax, everybody. Let's relax. Let's see how the market reacts here in the immediate short term. We know what we're looking for here. Don't stress about the price. We're just looking for a close over 50 cents to get on top of the bear flag formation. That's it. If you're on top of 50 cents, you close above the bear flag resistance. And then you can start making a push out. If you close under 50 cents, we're still showing weakness. I know a lot of people are looking at it and the immediate, oh my God, XRP didn't pump 7 billion% off the top. But let this play out. Let this play out appropriately. Please. Don't overanalyze this. We've still got to deal with an over-elevated US dollar that has put in a massive W reversal here, probably. And yeah, it's coming for consolidation, but if this continues up, it could be something. Gold's completely reversed today. Completely reversed from earlier. Which we knew it came up to a resistance, but we need to see if gold can continue this push. So, we were up a little bit higher, but we've pushed down now. Not much. It wasn't like it was a huge differential. But we were getting closer to 2,000. So we're going to see how all this plays out. But with XRP, the main thing is just let's close over 50 cents. If we want to show a little more strength, we'll close over 524. And then we'll be looking to trend over 28 billion with the XRP market cap. Couple the 538 level with the 28 billion with the market cap for XRP. And if you see us over both using it as support, we have a better than not chance of trying to invalidate the dot cross and come up to the 62.5 cents. That's just me being honest. If we fail to do that and we close under 50 cents and ultimately end up below 494, it's a big problem. It's a big problem. But right now we know the institutional side, in the days that come here, they're going to be clear. They're going to be clear to be able to buy XRP without repercussion now, however they want. Which, remember how I speculated a long time ago, and I've been speculating the last few weeks? Is it possible that all those XRP that get released from Ripple, from escrow, and how over 60 to 70% get locked back up? Is it not speculation on my part, but could be true, that those XRP that are being locked up by Ripple are actually what are designed to be put into institutional investors' hands? And that's how you would compound the huge inflationary task of increasing the supply by so much, while also simultaneously increasing the liquidity. That could have a monumental effect on the price if that's what's going to happen. But I still speculate that that's more than likely over a burn happening. That's what's happening instead of a burn. That would be our saving grace if that's actually what's going on. They're holding it into liquidity, into a burn, into escrow, re-releasing it, and then releasing it back up with no questions asked now because they've already made it available and then re-blocked it up. And now once it's available for wide institutions like banks and such, well, they have their own way of buying it. So now that the institutions like Ripple, Lumen says has the green light, isn't it just a matter of time before this plan can take effect? At some point, we're going to see a monumental shift in buying power. And like I always tell the haters, it doesn't matter to me how long it takes. It doesn't matter to me how many believe me. I just know what's happening. I can read between the lines and I can read what's actually taking place. So that's my standpoint. That's my point of view. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Frenchie said, your old lady said that I am David Schwartz's. Wouldn't that be something? With my flower umbrella, Tell me one other person that is out here in the pouring rain right now to bring you the news so that he can present it to you in the fashion he would like. What's going on, Barry? Only the greatest news of all, my brother, my friend, my loyal viewer, Barry Reed himself. The SEC drops charges against Ripple executives Brad Garlinghouse and Christian Larson's, basically green lighting institutional investors and surrendering. They've surrendered is what they've done. They've put up the surrender flag, ladies and gentlemen. They put up the surrender flag. In a stunning turn of events on October 19th, now being reported by Reuters, the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission dropped claims against two Ripple Labs executives in its lawsuit alleging the blockchain company violated U.S. securities law according to a court filing in New York on Thursday. Do you guys remember in 21 what I told you? There will be no settlement in 21. The best we can hope for is for something, a dismiss, whatever, for the case to end third quarter of 23, somewhere around end of September. I mean, it doesn't get any closer to what I've been saying. And then if we had to go to trial, I said sometime in mid-2024 would be the end of it. Maybe 2025. But we could find something out in the forms of the case being outright ending end of 23. This is something we've been waiting for. And you know what else in the great state of Michigan? It's Michigan versus Michigan State this weekend. So, you know, they suck. But, you know, you still want to beat them. But yeah, so it's a great day. So we're just celebrating. We're just talking amongst the friends. I just wanted to make sure everybody got it. And it was a fantastic showing today. I appreciate all 122 that are still here, the 166 that have liked this. And hopefully we can have this as one of the most liked videos. If you love XRP and you love the fact that they've stood their ground now, Ripple, and spent countless hundreds of millions of dollars, and now the SEC has ceased fire and have surrendered, you know, just give a like. Give a like for XRP. I'm going to go inside and make sure the kids are okay. But I'm XRP Future Millionaire. If you appreciate my content, if you appreciate my personality, or if you appreciate this community most of all, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit the like button so that more people can see this live and when it is released. Also, make sure you turn that bell notification on and share this far and wide. If you would like to show me further support, you can always join Tom's Army as a show of support or send a YouTube super chat. Thank you all and have a blessed afternoon. And again, once again, the SEC has surrendered to Ripple XRP. They will not go to trial in 24 as they dismissed with prejudice against Bradley Garlinghouse and Christian A. Larson's over the alleged institutional investor nonsense. So that's score Ripple XRP 3 to Securities and Exchange Commission 0, and that little bit of hair that Gary Gensler has left, I believe